Hey guys, it's Matthew from Sling Pilot Academy, and this is day 3 of Oshkosh 2025. We've had an amazing day. We got an interview and a presentation from Aviation 101, a lot of interviews and walking around the exhibit hangars, and a really important Mosaic update from Matt Leknitsky himself. Stay tuned and enjoy the video. I'm here at Sling Island with Josh Flowers from Aviation 101, who just gave a really awesome presentation. How you feeling?
Man, it's a busy week. This is the busiest work week of the year for us, like as content creators and stuff like that, but super great opportunity, and I appreciate the opportunity from you guys to chat about our Sling building one of these beautiful airplanes right here. And I think we're like 40% of the way through, but I hope I'm not gonna eat my words about that. But it's awesome. It's awesome to be a part of the Sling family, and I'm feeling very grateful to answer your question. That's how I'm feeling right now here at beautiful AirVenture in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Well, the Sling family is happy to have you, I'll just say that. For starters, this year for Oshkosh, it's different for you a little bit because you're building this plane, you have other stuff going on. Is it busier than other years so far?
Oh yeah, I think this is for sure one of the most busy years, and it's a little bit our fault. Like, you know, we like saying yes to things, and this is a social gathering. We see this as a big family reunion. That being said, we get really worn out really fast, but we love talking to everybody, networking with everybody, and it was kind of surreal, you know, obviously having a meet and greet and then giving a talk right here on Sling Island under the tent here, because the last couple of years we've been visiting the Sling tent as prospective builders, and then now this year we are in the middle of our build, and like we're gonna go to the Sling Ding now as builders, whereas last year we were just kind of finalizing the process of getting that going, and it's pretty surreal. And it's definitely a busy time this week to be here and doing everything that we're doing, but it's really great to take a moment to appreciate like where we were last year and where we are this year, and everybody else around us, all of our friends, everybody walking around enjoying the show here. Everybody's on their own little aviation journey, and we're just telling our little story right here today.
Well, it's been so great for us too, because we've had quite a few people do our builds and post some things, you know, put forums out, post videos, but no one quite to the level of detail that you have. And I'm sure that everyone out there in the Sling community and the Sling family really appreciate that.
Yeah, and actually a gentleman during the little meet and greet that we just had mentioned that, and he worded it in a way that I hadn't heard it before. He said, you're providing a sight glass into this build assist program that most of us have never considered or seen before, because, and I literally like pointed to the pricing sheet that was sitting on the table, and I was like, you know, you could look at the description and the pricing and everything, but everybody has their own perception of what the build assist process is going to look like. So our goal with the build series is just to put out long form. I mean, our videos are like anywhere between an hour and a half long for each week of building. So obviously we're trimming out the fluff and the moments where we're sitting there silently doing something, or we're cussing, you know, or whatever, throwing wrenches across the hangar. Not really. We cut all that stuff out, but we edit each week down to a long form video, because we want to show the nitty gritty details, the nerdy tidbits of like, here's how you bend fuel lines, and here's how I screwed this up and I had to go redo it, you know, because it's the reality of it. And we really want to share all of that and give people the confidence to either build at home if that's what they want to do, or engage in the Build Assist program to show them, hey, this is what it looks like if you're going to do this. And we love the experience so far, and we want to communicate that through the content.
That's so awesome. And you know, we're looking forward to not just you coming back and continuing to build your plane, but just continuing to make content with you guys and having you around. You're so fun to have around. I've had such a good time since you guys have joined up with us, and I just can't wait for more.
Absolutely. Well, like that whole Canada series was a blast, and I know like you and I in this airplane at 15.5 cruising back to Torrance, we were having conversations about what we want to film. I'm still totally down to like go out to some salt flats and do some camping, whip out the one wheels. I won't get on one, but you know, do some fun stuff like that, because ultimately that's what general aviation boils down to for us. It's the fun of it, it's the adventure of it, and you know, like I said before, our motto is showcasing safe practices while sharing the beauty that general aviation gives us through the window seat of one of these airplanes. So we're going to continue doing that, and continue doing that with you guys too.
Well, thanks for all that, and thank you just for, like you said before, showing everybody what it's like to be in the factory and to be part of the Sling family.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, buddy. Good to see you, man.
The weather hasn't been too great this morning, so while the rain stopped right now, we're going to make our way over to some of the exhibit hangars to see what's inside. Let's get to it. I'm here with Adam from Michigan Avionics. How's the show been going for you guys so far?
So far it's been good until today with all the rain, but yesterday and Monday, very, very busy, probably more so than in previous years, I would think. So it's been a good show so far.
Has there been anything different for you this year than any of the previous ones? I know you've been quite a few times.
We've kind of expanded our presence with our different companies here, so that's been a little bit different. But we've been doing this, this is my 8th or 9th Oshkosh, so we kind of have a system down now and know what works and what doesn't.
Adam, who we just spoke with, is also heavily involved with Midwest panel builders. Behind me here, you see one of the potential options for your TSI panel. Come check it out. I'm here with Cameron from Remote Area Medical, or RAM. Can you tell us a little bit about what your company does?
Yeah, so we're a nonprofit and we just want to help people. So we provide free medical, dental, and vision care all over the United States.
That's amazing. How long have you guys been around?
So we've been around since 1985.
Wow. How long have you guys been coming to Oshkosh?
We've been coming to Oshkosh for a long time. PS Engineering helps us with our booth, so we have the opportunity to be here and spread the awareness of RAM.
That's amazing. How many times have you been to Oshkosh?
So this is my 2nd year at Oshkosh, and it's been a phenomenal time every time I've been here.
How are you involved? Like, what's your day-to-day, your role?
So my day-to-day, I do trade shows to try and find volunteers for us, medical providers, dental providers, optometrists, anyone that can volunteer in any capacity to help us out and raise awareness as well, and donations. And so see what I can find to help us grow and help other people who don't have insurance or can't afford it.
If you want to help out, but you're not ready to volunteer yet, you can always donate some money at
ramusa.org.
All right, awesome. Thanks for doing this, man.
Thank you.
All right, we're just outside Exhibit Hangar C with your mid-morning weather update. I don't know if you can tell, but it is still sprinkling a little bit. The sky is a lot clearer than earlier, none of those crazy gray clouds that we were seeing this morning. So fingers crossed it's gonna get a little better. We're gonna go check out some more of the exhibits, but after that, hopefully we'll get a chance to go visit some more outside. I'm here with Dan from Paraphernalia, or as you might know it, Softy Parachutes. How's the show been for you guys so far?
Excellent. Yeah, it's been great. We see a lot of customers that already have bought parachutes, and we're able to explain how one parachute fits best in a different aircraft for different size people. Because you wouldn't fit in the same way I would fit in an airplane with a parachute. So
that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Do you see most of the use of your parachutes by individuals or schools, do you think?
Oh, individuals, definitely. We've got about 17,000 parachutes that have been manufactured. We've had 50 saves over the years, so divide that out and you find out what your percentage of usage. But of course, once, if you have to use one, it's 100%. So.
At our school, we use your guys' parachutes in our Super Decathlon for our spin training, and I know that everyone loves them there.
Good.
Do you have any kind of tips or tricks for people that are going to use those parachutes? Is there anything that they might not know right away that you could maybe give them a little tip?
Well, if you're in a decathlon or Citabria, and you're get into an emergency, you want to plan your egress so that you're out of the aircraft at 1,000 feet above the ground. Okay, and that's AGL, not MSL. At 1,000 feet above the ground, if you're out to deploy the parachute, you're going to have a reasonably decent parachute ride. Most of our saves have been from much lower than that and very short parachute rides, so it's quite interesting. But with the decathlon, what you want to do is remove the door. So you gotta, and you guys should practice this. Get rid of the door, then your seat belts, out the door, look at the ripcord, pull the ripcord.
All right, well, thank you for doing this, and thank you for keeping us all safe.
You bet. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
I'm here with Zoo from ITHRA. Tell me a little bit about what you guys do.
Okay, well, we have oxygen systems, we have oxygen maker systems, and we have all kinds of complete biometric kind of monitoring to work with those systems. And we rolled out a new product which we're really excited about this year, which is an iteration on what we do with partnership with EAA Avionics. And we have this really amazing new screen that does the full control of our system. So it eliminates the iOS app completely. And so we're really excited to show that to everyone.
That's really cool. And for those people who might not quite know, what is an oxygen maker?
Oh, an oxygen maker is a concentrator that essentially takes the nitrogen out of the air and concentrates the oxygen and delivers it to you as if it came out of a bottle.
So essentially you don't need to go refill every time, you can just kind of pull it out of thin air?
Exactly, pull it out of thin air. I love that. Yes, absolutely.
All right, cool. And how has the show been for you guys this year so far, especially with this new stuff you've been dropping?
Yeah, it's been a great show. We've had a lot of pilots come by. We were really busy all the days that we've been here so far. It's just been great. It's always fun to see pilots and talk with them. I love it.
Well, I hope you have a good rest of the show, and thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Thank you. Yeah, good luck to everybody.
I'm Matt Lignaitsky, co-CEO of Sling Pilot Academy, and we've been one of the pioneering flight schools using light sport aircraft for flight training for about 15 years now. And what a lot of people didn't know was you could use a light sport aircraft for private pilot training, instrument rating, commercial pilot, flight instructor, instrument instructor. We use the Sling for all of those pilot certificates and ratings. The only thing we use another airplane for is the Super Decathlon for spin training and CFI. But because our Sling Next Generation Trainer, NGT, is a technologically advanced aircraft, we can even use it for the 10 hours of complex TAA time required for the commercial certificate. So we've been using these airplanes very effectively in our flight training for a number of years. They're more fun to fly, they're easy to fly, they have lower maintenance costs, and they have a much lower operating cost per hour than legacy flight training airplanes. So 20 years into the light sport aircraft category, and we had an amazing announcement yesterday by the FAA and the DOT that the Mosaic Modernization of Special Airworthiness Certificate regulation is law as of yesterday. So what this means is an expansion of the light sport aircraft and the sport pilot category, and allows us to do more with our light sport airplanes. It allows us to have bigger light sport airplanes with more capabilities, flight into IMC. So we see this Mosaic regulation as a sea change in our industry and a validation of our use of light sport aircraft for flight training. And we couldn't be more excited about it. The light sport aircraft category has enabled innovation in general aviation. General aviation and particularly type certificated airplanes have been extremely stagnant. There's 50 and 60 and 70-year-old airplanes still being used for the majority of flight training in the United States and around the world. And the innovation that our category allows for has received the recognition from the FAA to a point where they want to expand it. They want to see modern FADEC engines in flight training airplanes. They want to see ballistic parachutes in flight training airplanes. They want to see this modern technology that we have been able to do in more and more training airplanes. And Mosaic says yes to all of that. The biggest thing that we see and what we're extremely grateful to the FAA for is Mosaic also represents a sea change in how the FAA operates. They've been known as an entity that says no to everything. If you want to do something, no, cannot do that. And what Mosaic says is yes. If you can build it, if you can dream it, if you can make sure that it's safe and fits the standard that is agreed to by consensus, by manufacturers and accepted by the FAA, if you can believe it and you can dream it, you can make it happen. And the FAA says yes to all of that. So they're not even trying to limit the amount of engines we can have on airplanes anymore, or the propulsion system. It's all fair game as long as industry can make it safe. And we love that yes attitude because it's a radical sea change for the FAA. And of course, another thing that Mosaic allows for is airplanes like our 4-seat Sling TSI and Sling High Wing, which are now in the experimental category, but are everything but experimental. They're well-proven designs with very conventional configurations and certified propellers and engines that are also certified. It allows for us to use airplanes like that in the flight training environment. And it allows us to boost the useful load of our existing airplanes and to do things like put parachutes in our training airplanes, which we haven't been doing because of the weight limitations. So Mosaic says yes to all of that, and we are thrilled about this. With all these changes, we are poised and ready to adopt all the new capabilities that we're allowed to have, and we cannot wait to start rolling out Mosaic airplanes into our flight schools and across the country. The end.
Thanks for watching. Drop a comment right now. Let us know what you want us to go look at for you. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it really helps the channel.